What up, everybody? My name is SoSlo, and this is Fire for Effect, Episode 17, Wargaming Fest Edition, where I bring you all the news and information for today in World of Tanks. But mainly, we're going to talk about Wargaming Fest. So, real quick, let's get into the news, and then we'll get into the big Wargaming Fest stuff. Of course, things not working. Advent Calendar Day 16. German Tier 8 Maulbrecher. I will indeed be picking this up because I don't have this in my garage, so it's a tank I feel I need to get. Got some gold, might as well get it. Here's all the packages for gold or your actual money with everything that you get with it. And of course the Advent Calendar Day mission. Destroy 3 enemies, you get a small holiday ops box. And as always, Mountain Man's doing the Advent Calendar walkthrough on all the tanks. So if you are interested about them, links in the description below, dealing with the Advent Calendar stuff. And the last day of the Hunt the Sheriff event is going on now, so make sure you get out on the server, see if you can't shoot yourself a sheriff. I'll be out there soon, 4 times XP weekend with discounts and missions. And then there is a new thing, Special Missions Battle of the Bulge. Pretty interesting here. Wargaming is doing this from December 16th through January 1st. And in it, you can pick as either the Axis or the Allies, and there's a bunch of missions you can go through. You're going to get a couple of things for them. Click the link in the description below to learn about that. But really, what are we here to talk about? We're here to talk about the brand new, what's coming in 2019, Wargaming Fest announcements. And really, I'm just going to go through the story that World of Tanks NA put out on the portal. I believe it's the same story that's on the EU portal and probably the other portals in various languages. So this is kind of the breakdown. We're just going to go through this quickly. Premium ammo balance. Basically, Wargaming saying that people don't have a choice. They're just spamming to get the heat out. Apparently, people do shoot more than 5% of gold on the servers. Who would have thought? And what they're trying to do is they want to improve and give the ability of choice. And make it so that people have to learn weak spots and all this other stuff. I don't necessarily agree with the whole special ammo thing. Let's just start calling it what it is. Heat, APCR, HVAP, HESH. I mean, HE. Those kinds of shells, let's just call them what they are. If you know what kind of shell your tank shoots and which one is the higher pen, well, that should be something that you, as a player, are required to know. Special ammo, I mean, I'm fine with premium ammunition, I guess, but or we could just start calling them APCR and heat. Who would have thought? But overall, I do think this is good. This is not the choice that I would have made. Personally, I think that the better idea would be to reduce the amount of shells that one can carry. In World War II and past, you didn't have the ability to load a whole bunch of premium ammunition or high-penning ammunition. You were given a couple of those shells, and that was it. That's all you had for the entire time that you were in the war. You just were given like five of them, and you had to deal with that. That's what you got, a different loadout. And so I would have, personally, I would have just said, let's do a 10%. That's the amount of premium ammo that you can carry. No more. If you want to carry less, it's up to you. And then try and balance armor a little bit better. But that's not what they did. So a reduction of 25 to 30% of damage, depending on how much damage the shot does, will equal a greater reduction in penetration. This is a good start, I think. And again, it's not anything that they're going to be immediately putting out. They're looking for feedback. They're looking for information and what the players want to say about it out on the forums. So what's up next with Matchmaker? It sounds like they're going to be adding some new templates in order to help Matchmaker. Matchmaker's biggest deal with Wargaming, the Matchmaker's biggest, most important thing is to get people into battle quickly. I am very excited to this, especially if they're adding 4, 5, 6, 6 and 9, 7 and 8 for 2-tier battles, and if they do try and make it a 1 + 1 - 1 as being the main one that fills. That'll be amazing. It'll be great. And they do need to hear from you, though, as a player, what your thoughts are. So going out to the forums and commenting on these things is kind of what they're after. They really want to do this in order to make things better for everybody. So Frontline's coming back in the first quarter of 2019. Sounds like they're reworking it, adding a couple of little quirks and tweaks and stuff. You're getting something called Prestige, and you can start earning that reward, and then you can reset it and earn it again. There's some really neat stuff that's going to be coming with that. And I'd had some discussion with people about Frontlines and how they should implement it in the game. I figured that it would be a random, you get drawn into it every so often, like Grand Battles. I thought, well, that would be a good, every now and then you turn it on, you check the box, you uncheck the box, you want to play it, you don't want to play it. Others had said that they had better make it a pull-down option in the menu, and I was like, no, because nobody will do anything but play that. There's just a whole bunch of players will be just Frontline players, and that's it. They won't do anything else, which detracts from the rest of the player base. From that, they actually threw kind of a curveball and said, well, we're going to get you the option to play it, but you're only going to play it for 1 week a month. I actually kind of like this better than my idea. It gives you a week to get in there and just wreck face and do things, and then you go back to regular battles. I'm pretty sure that the queues for that week are going to be a little hurting, especially in the tier 8 land. But for the most part, I think the rest of the game will probably be all right. I like this. I think it's great, and I can't wait to see it come back. Vehicle rebalancing. 2018, they worked on rebalancing the vehicles and adding new tanks and removing some older ones, and now they're going to improve the rebalance, which will be affected by the special ammo. So I'm not exactly sure what this means as far as what they're going to be rebalancing on these the characteristics of these tanks, but the E100, the IS-4, the Carnarvon, Leopard 1, and the STB are going to be getting. Hopefully they're doing something with the gun handling on the STB, otherwise that tank is amazing if you could get rid of the troll gun or make it less trolly. I'm sure there's going to be some armor buffs, some armor reductions, armor nerfs, and some other stuff. So keep an eye out, because this will be interesting. We're going to be watching the super test server closely to see what kind of changes that they're making. New vehicle mechanics. It doesn't sound like, other than the Swedish mediums that are coming out, that the Wargaming is looking at putting in new vehicles anytime soon. This year, I would say. I think that they're making a smart decision, and they're going to be pushing changes in the game to make our lives better, to make the gameplay experience better. And I think this is smart. You can always add vehicles in the future, but making sure people stay to play the vehicles that you already have is a really good idea. And it sounds like they have some new mechanics that they want to give a try to. This could be interesting, or it could be really bad. I don't know. It's too early to show concepts, but hey, keep your eyes peeled. Maybe we'll see something else. Next up, ranked battles. Looks like they reworked the ranked battles. They're doing a whole new thing where they actually have 4 divisions. Or, I'm sorry, 3 divisions. Bronze, silver. No, 4. That's right. 4. Qualification, bronze, silver, and gold, with them progressively getting harder. Once you make it into a division, you can't be bumped out of it down to the lower division, which is pretty neat. Each division will have 15 ranks. You will not need as much to get through. This sounds fun. This sounds cool. The old ranked battles, I did the first one, and I was like, this is a grind, and I hated it. It was horrible, and I just, didn't want anything to do with it. This sounds way better. Like, you're going to be able to put in the time and whatever that you're doing, and be able to get out of it a good amount of information. So, or not information, but player stuff. And I think that's going to be huge. It's going to allow people to play more at their skill level, and you won't be getting wrecked by the really good guys, because they're going to be in the next rank or whatever. So I'll be looking more for this when it comes out later in the year, and I think it's going to be phenomenal. I'm looking forward to this. I do believe that this is going to be a good time. Clan Wars in the Bond Shop. So Clan Wars, there is going to be coming up the new British reward tank, the T95 FV4201 Chieftain Tier 10 heavy vehicle. Any you clans are looking for somebody, I'm going to be joining, because I still want a 907, but I would much rather have this tank. So if somebody's looking for a clan, hit me up. I think I'm going to be after it. From the sound of it, they're going to be doing bonds, as I said at some point in time earlier. I don't know if I ever said it on the show, but I have said in the past that I think bonds are going to be used to be able to buy tanks. And lo and behold, I was right. I haven't spent any of my bonds from the 10-year anniversary stuff, and I'm just going to be hoarding them like a madman now. So they completely reworked the in-game shop, and now they're planning on making stuff purchasable via bonds. And what the really cool thing is they're going to be adding tanks to it. So you'll be individually, they're going to be individually evaluating each vehicle so that you can purchase it with bonds. And depending on how rare, unrare, or whatever, a tier 10 might cost more than a tier 8. So that tells me that maybe one of the Clan Wars reward might be less than a Type 59 if it's, more or whatever, rare, blah, blah, blah. So the downside to this is it makes those tanks, those reward tanks, less special. And I understand. I hope there are tanks that they do not put in this. I would hope that the Clan Wars tanks, even though it would benefit me greatly to getting my 907, I would hope the Clan Wars reward tanks are not put in this. Tanks that have been taken out of the game, sure. Give me back my Alpha Panther. Give me back the Death Star. Give me the ability to purchase the Death Star. Purchase the French tank destroyer. I can't think of the name of right now off the top of my head. Or any of those tanks that have been taken out of the game. E25, whatever. But for reward tanks, I think those should not be offered for sale. But we'll see, and hopefully they do keep that out. On the horizon, they're adding vehicles in 2 rounds. First lot will be spring of 2019, which includes more affordable units, with the second one containing exclusive tanks in the second half of 2019. So I'm sure they're doing that in order to gauge how it goes with the bonds, and also if they find people buying like crazy, then they're going to say, well, we need to make things more expensive, especially for these newer tanks. So I'm holding my bonds, and I'm just going to be hoarding them and collecting them and increasing the amount of bonds that I can get. And they're going to be also increasing the bond sources in the game. So there you go for that. Premium account. Sounds like they are going to be doing a rework of the premium account. Basically, you can use, they figured it out, you can use personal reserves to get premium without having to buy premium, which is okay, I guess, but probably not as effective as people buying premium. So it looks like they're going to try and make it more profitable and convenient for everybody. This, I'm taking a gamble here, and I'm going to say that they're going to implement some sort of a way where if you play on a day, that activates premium for 24 hours. And that is it. And then you will get that premium for 24 hours, and if you don't play for a couple days, then no premium is used. So this, I believe, will be a good thing. Again, this is just my wild speculation and guess. It has nothing, no grounding in any news or information. I'm just making a guess, but it could be really cool. So I'll be peeled, eyes will be peeled to the Wargaming news sources when information comes out about this. Customization and styles. We've all seen the amazing Holiday Apps 2019 3D styles. I hope that Wargaming does implement these. I just hope that they don't do it too expensively. The big decals and stuff that they turned out in the tank in 1.3 look amazing. However, that is very expensive art to put on your tank. I would like to see the cost of something like that, where you're, putting camo on your tank for 50 or for 150 pieces of gold to do all the parts of the tank. Maybe give me 300 or 400 for the 3D styles that they have with those 4 tanks right now, in order to put those on different tanks throughout the game. Or come up with something. The microtransactions, everything is the way that Wargaming needs to go in order to get away from selling or being reliant on other forms of revenue in the game. This is where the money's at. There's absolutely no pay to win that you can even possibly. It's what other games do. Some of the most successful games do for free to play are offering skins to sell that don't add any value or advancement in the game itself. So I think this is a good move. I'm excited to see what else Wargaming has up their sleeve as far as this is concerned. And Tank Race. You watch this video, you kind of scratch your head, and I'm like, okay, 6 cents for everyone. Sounds great. Hide names and stats? Yes, please. Hot in August? No clue. I have no idea what that is. So if you know, say something in the comments and just fill me in. Blacklisting maps. This is a phenomenal. Yes, please. I will take a couple maps to get them out. If I could blacklist some maps while trying to do certain missions, let's say I'm playing Artie and, oh, do I want to play Himmelsdorf? No. It sounds like they may be looking at turning off friendly fire. That would be interesting. Developing the battle results and session stats concept. I'm not sure what this is, but because I'd say they got pretty good battle results. Maybe tying in something, I don't know. And Tank Rally sounds like some kind of an event of some sort that they did have and they stopped doing it, but it's back. Which, okay, sure. Excited for you guys. That's it for the Wargaming Fest stuff. As always, here's the list of stuff for free things or whatever that you can win. Mountain Man's end of the year $100 giveaway for Watt or Steam. Ominous Vixen's Selfless Samaritan replay contest, 4,000 gold monthly. Go click the link, check out the information. I'm always giving away stuff on my stream. Links in the description below. And the Twitch Prime Care Package Bravo is still available till the end of the month. So, that is it, guys. Fire for Effect on this Sunday, December 16th. Thank you for watching. I know this is kind of a long video, and I do appreciate you hanging out for the whole thing and hearing my point of view on what's happening with the World of Tanks and its future. I think 2019 is going to be amazing. I think it's going to be an awesome stuff going on, and I really believe that it's going to be great. So hang tight, guys. We'll get you all the news every day, and take care. Be excellent to each other, and may RNG forever be in your favor.